Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. All right, this listener says, hey, thanks for the engagement in the episode. I really appreciate the love from you guys and Chuck too. I'm always looking forward to episodes each week, guys. Do you guys have any advice for someone who struggles with online dating? I do not seem to get any matches, and the few I've had fizzle out pretty quickly. You need to be a closer. I always just say it to my mate when he was like, oh, Dan, how do you sleep with these women? I was like, you just got to be a closer, mate. Like I'm some sort of businessman. I was like, once you've opened it, you got to close it. Funny enough, we were getting hounded by I don't know who this fucking person is. But you actually saying that you guys can judge. So we've had an email about a guest. His name is.
Don't tell me it's Kenneth Lord again.
No. So the email, I'm not going to read the whole email because it's another fucking. Are you open to having James Newbury, who is the founder of the Dating Profile Secrets, author and expert in online dating, as the guest on your podcast? But there's a catch. It's about men. It's not about women. So ladies, you're out of luck. But yeah, I don't know.
What is he like? The Hustle? What's that thing called? What's his name? Will Smith was in.
Was it called Hustle? Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, it goes on to all this list of things. He's been on a few podcasts, but on his social media, he's basically got like nothing. But he basically helps you. He talks about how your pictures, and he talks about your descriptions and how to start conversations. So he wants to be on the show. I don't think I don't really have an interest in having him on, but we get a lot of dating people. If you guys think you'd be interested, I can send him a message. If you think, but obviously he only knows about guys.
Yeah.
So, something to do with during COVID or so. I don't know. He's written a book.
A lot of people written books, but whether the books are any good is a different matter, isn't it?
Yeah, that's about the extent. There was a link, and I had a quick look, but I don't know. Yeah, so there's a guest. Online dating.
Yeah. I've never had the opportunity to do it. I think if it's the same with a lot of things, or how it was back in the day for me with MSN and shit, like the knockbacks are knockbacks, and you just got to kind of take them as they come. I think if you show like a sign of desperation, I've said this many times, if you sound desperate in your messaging, that will put people off. Man, woman, fucking anyone. It would put anyone off. Sometimes it's better to have a little bit more, not being too forward about it, just being a little bit play it cool. Mm-hmm. But I never let much out about myself until I actually knew I actually properly liked that person. Do you know what I mean?
The whole thing's a fucking.
It's the sour grapes at the minute, I think.
Yeah, the more apps that come out, the more they just make it like looking at someone's picture. They take away all the description, all that stuff, the thing, and they're just like, look at my picture. If you like it, good. If you don't, that's what I always hated, because I take fucking horrible pictures. Horrible pictures. And for some reason in Scotland, actually, no, not for some reason, but a lot of people say must have own teeth. And I don't smile with my teeth. So I don't know if that...
Must have own teeth? What kind of
teeth.
requirement is that? That's fucking mental.
So I was like, do I just put up a picture with my teeth? I'm like, no, that's not then.
Do like a panoramic of your mouth.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not stupid to that thing. What do I do? Like get an apple and put it in my mouth and shake my head to show my teeth?
I bet the Americans are fucking cracking up right now, because that is such a cliche of Britain, isn't it? That we've got bad teeth.
I have my teeth are horrendous. My teeth are terrible.
And these people are putting must have their own teeth on the dating profile. That is wild, man.
I told you the story though, didn't I, about the guy that his ex found him cheating, and then so before she left, she flushed his false teeth down the toilet.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. I thought that was brilliant as well. I was like, fuck him. Although obviously we had to pay for the new ones because he was on benefits.
Yeah. All right, that's one thing. Sorry, slight diversion. I was watching 24 Hours in Police Custody yesterday, yeah, and I'm getting really pissed off at looking at people that are on benefits, yeah, with one tooth in their head. You've got free dental care.
Yeah.
Go and get your fucking teeth done. Well, I say free. We're paying for it, but go and get a fucking. Go and sort your teeth out. This lad was about 20 years old. He's got one tooth in his head.
Fucking meth mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah, I like. The only thing I can say about online dating is don't make it the end of all. Yeah, you know what I mean, because I've been on and off for fucking loads of years after I split with my ex, and I got more success when I just sort of like nonchalant, like the more I stressed over it, the less anything came out of it.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I was like, it's like social media, right? You're like, as soon as it's like, I'm just gonna carry on my life. I pop on it every now and again, send a message, and then that's it. And then when you get a message, it's just sort of like, oh, okay. But like if you're like on your lunch break or like on your breakfast, you get home from work and you're sitting there and you're messaging and you get nothing, and you're just sort of like, it makes you so fucking depressed. So I would just say, put up some pictures where you're smiling and you're happy, showing that you like your interests and stuff like that. Be honest in your description, because if you have to lie, then you're always going to trip over yourself. And just take it as like going out, like on a night out. Like you might meet someone, you might not.
Yeah.
And just leave it at that, because and we've always said to people before, like, look, like, make sure, because if you're confident and you're happy in yourself, the rest comes along with it. And I think the more you stress, the more like James says, the more desperate you seem, and that puts people off.
I've got a few friends that have not been good at online dating, and they do put that when I've been around them when they've talked to women, and they put across this over because they're so like not used to speaking to women anymore. They put across this like, I don't know what it is, like a weird vibe, and it will put a girl off straight away, or a guy would be the same. If I got a weird vibe off a guy, like I did that guy that I knew from years ago, I was trying to figure out for a way to get out of it. Do you know what I mean? And I think a lot of that can be portrayed just out of desperation in your demeanour. You might not even feel like you're doing it, but if you're like asking too many deep questions too early on or whatever, it could put people right off.
Yeah, just talk to them like you would anyone else. I think that's. I think Jamie's exactly right. Like once you get that message come through, you're like you're trying to hold on to it.
Yeah,
but just what I mean. Just talk to them like their mate, and don't send a dick pic until at least the third message. Because you put the good guys and give them a bad name. The amount of fucking people that I spoke to, and it was just sort of like, they're like, "Are you going to send me a dick pic?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going to." Why would I do that? Oh, because the last 3 people did it, and I'm like, "Well, talk to them then." What the fuck? Like, don't brush me with that fucking pace. You know what I mean? Jesus fuck. Mental. And then after a couple of days, I'm like, "Do you want to see it now?" Slow burner, mate.
Why would a girl want to see it? I don't get why a girl would want to see it. It looks like
they're not asking to see it. They're like
turkey.
They're like, "Are you going to do it?" Because that's some people just open just flat out, just straight away, not on a word, just a dick pic,
straight off the bat.
I'm like, if that works for you, then fair play, man. But I mean, you got to be throwing that thing out there to get a lot on it back.
That's got to be that's got to be a numbers game.
They are fucking ugly looking things, man.
You
know what I mean? Yeah, I feel your pain, man. It's tough, and like I said, if you want the guest to come on, people will let us know. Like, I'm more than happy to have the guest on and stuff like that. I think he's like late 30s. Maybe he can give you some advice that we don't like. He can sculpt your entire profile for you. So
we'll look into it and see if you'll fit with the show.
Yeah. The problem I have when like people like come towards us like that is that they don't want to follow our schedule. They want to
Yeah,
like
wants to dictate.
yeah.
The
This is
worst
how
of it
we'll
was
do the
Kenneth
show.
Lord.
Kenneth Lodge. But we're happy if it helps people to have him on, and they think they're going to benefit. You know what I mean? Then we're more than happy to do it. But like I said, no pressure on yourself because it's a fucking people like to think that because they've got a list like loads of pictures of men that they can be selective. You know what I mean? It's like these are human beings. They're not just fucking pictures. That's what.
Yeah,
It's got me mad.
unfortunately, because of the amount of guys on dating apps, the girls have got the monopoly. The girls do
Yeah.
have the monopoly. But they do struggle as well. Charlotte tells me about her friends. They struggle to get anyone that's worth any substance message to them because they'll talk to them all normally for the first few things, and then they just get inundated with dick pics and
There you go.
and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
It makes me laugh because who was I talking to the other day, and I was like, women get dick pics and guys get robots that just want your credit card. Like half the women that message you on there aren't real people. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, how the fucking? I'd much rather get a dick pic from someone real than get someone that's fake and go, "Can I have your credit card?" No, you can't have my credit card.
It's just a Chinese bot.
Yeah. But yeah, don't worry about it, man. Like fucking everyone's in the same boat as you. It's a fucking nightmare.